Hello and welcome back to Coin Lady channel. We have seen XRP rise versus Bitcoin today, and at least one analyst in the XRP community believes this trend will continue dramatically over the next several weeks. So, I guess the issue is, has price action hit a local bottom already? Well, I've been giving you the viewpoints of several analysts, particularly in the previous days. Many people believe that a decline in fortunes is the most likely outcome. It appears to be more of a disagreement over the precise location of the bottom. Would it be roughly now, or would we be seeing being in the 30s? However, it seems that everyone I've talked to up to this point agrees that once that happens, it will be the genuine floor, and then to the upside. As a side note, this occurs in the context of, or at least in the wake of, some extremely rapid price changes in cryptocurrencies over the past couple of days. If you have been keeping track of the daily fluctuations in price, you should stop. Simply put, I do this because crypto is intriguing, and since I have a YouTube channel and therefore must pay attention to its contents. I'll start off this video by showing you the charts, which clearly demonstrate a precipitous decline. Bitcoin is currently trading for just around $27,000 USD, however there was a close call where its value dropped below $25,000. What's more intriguing is that XRP rose in price after this occurred. Earlier today, I noticed that Bitcoin had dropped by over 4.5% over the previous 24 hours, whereas XRP had risen by nearly 3%. This XRP has gained 2.64% in the last 24 hours as of the time this was recorded. And that's fine with me. Listen, I support Bitcoin. I've had it in my possession since 2017, but XRP is where my attention really lies. A significant one for me personally, as it is my largest position and my preferred cryptocurrency. I am therefore delighted by its strong performance. But there is something I need to clarify before we go any further. I come from a completely monetary free background. You should not buy or sell anything based on anything I say or write because I am not giving financial advice. Just a hobbyist here that occasionally posts films to YouTube on various crypto-related topics. As I write this, the price of a single Bitcoin is 43 cents, its value is $26,893, and Bitcoin's share of the market capitalization of its asset class is 45.78%. And now I'll show you a chart of XRP over the past 24 hours before switching to Bitcoin. As you can see, a great deal of stuff is comparable to one another. Here is where I'm coming full circle. This is the afternoon low point. Then, of course, there's Bitcoin. Whoa! Why this page is taking so long to load is beyond me. What a peculiar blip on the screen. I need to reload this page. I have no idea what is happening. There was a glitch in the system. It's all Bill Gates' fault. Finally, here we go. Yeah, there we have it. The price of Bitcoin has dropped dramatically. Bitcoin has dropped to $26,000 in the last 24 hours. Learn $26,025.40 in theory, and then watch as the price suddenly soars. This doesn't rule out the possibility that things will worsen before they improve. That, at least, is what many analysts believe. However, if you're interested in XRP against Bitcoin, consider this headline from the crypto basic experts who are keeping an eye out for an XRP surge against Bitcoin. These market analysts agree that the exchange rate between XRP and Bitcoin may flatten out for a few weeks before beginning an upward. That's what I've been telling you all along. This story was published today, then? I've noticed that many analysts agree with that assessment. That was predicted by analysts I trust, so it's no surprise that a cryptocurrency news site caught up on it. In any case, peace goes on. Since the beginning of April, XRP's performance has lagged behind Bitcoin's, resulting in consistent falls in the XRP-BTC exchange rate. However, experts are keeping an eye out for a pump as they have pinpointed a crucial support level: Bitcoin, XRP, and other cryptocurrencies. Support selecting data from the XRP/Bitcoin weekly chart has recently drawn the attention of chartists. Since April 3rd, the chart illustrates that XRP has continued to lose value relative to Bitcoin for 5 straight weeks. Here's the tweet he posted as well. This is the most important support on the XRP-BTC chart, and I believe this is where the price will bottom for the next few weeks before breaking out to the upside. It is intriguing to observe that XRP has been significantly outperforming Bitcoin recently. Now that Elon Musk has acquired Twitter, he has also shared the following. And he tweeted out that the most likely outcome is the most entertaining one. He posted that on Twitter. I've seen him say something similar on Twitter and hear him say it verbally. He views Occam's razor in this way. That was retweeted by chart analyst Credible Crypto Amazing Crypto, who predicted that Bitcoin would reach a new all-time high in the midst of a banking crisis in 2023, while most people waited on the sidelines for the next run-up in 2024 and 2025. More exciting than Bitcoin's price going nothing for the next 2 years. Sad face. In other words, I can't predict the future, but I can say that this crypto is solid. I give him credit for having the bravery to be one of the few analysts to publicly predict that Bitcoin would hit a new all-time high in 2023. He's the only analyst I follow who has made that claim. So, and this is why I've said it before and I'm so thankful that I'm not a chart analyst, because my God, the level of hatred the chart analysts get is like off the charts, and you always get if you're creating content on YouTube in any category, even having nothing to do with crypto, you're always going to have to deal with that to some degree. And that makes zero difference to me. I really hope he's right, but I should point out that the chart guys get it on a far deeper level. Yes, please show me that. Seeing something like that again would be fantastic. I don't claim to know, but he's been vocal about his thoughts on the matter for a long time. So, he isn't offering anything novel here. But we'll have to wait and see if that turns out to be true. Another piece of advice came from the world of chart analyst Income Sharks, and it struck me as being on par with the wisdom of the ages. This morning, he made the following tweet. In crypto, I blundered for a long time. These classes typically come at a hefty price tag. He then makes 3 references. When you're feeling enthusiastic, it's time to cash in. No desire to. Now, folks, that's going to be one of the trickiest things because when XRP does start rising, you're going to internally do this thing, or at least a lot of people would, where they'll feel like, but XRP is going up right now. If I decide to sell, what will happen? I'm going to give in to my sapiness, and then some. What if it increases by another 2 or 3 times from its current record high? Again, I'm not advising you to buy or sell if you find yourself in that predicament. What you want to do is up to you. I'm only pointing out that people really struggle in that kind of setting. This is what I've done, by the way. I have accepted that I will not be selling the top. I'm just not a top-tier salesperson. It's not going to work out that way. So, I'm going to sell at a price that really tickles my fancy. I don't care if the price increases 3, 4, or 5 times once it sells. I refuse to feel bad about it. And I've been prepared for this in my head for years. I've never sold any XRP before, so it will be a first for me and something I'll definitely write about when it happens. And I intend to extend the time frame over which I do this. I intend to do just that. Also, the pace at which this occurs is really rapid. It took XRP around 2.5 weeks to reach its all-time high, from 20 cents to nearly $4. So, whenever things begin to shift and it reaches those levels, there will be a very brief window of opportunity, at least potentially, if we witness a repeat of history or writing of history. Therefore, I will not be punishing myself for making a profit. I've given this a lot of thought, and since there are always going to be unfriendly jackasses in the world, I'll be open about where and when I'll be selling. And if it goes 2 or 3 times higher than that, I'll be known as Moon Lambo, so idiot Moon Lambo person. When you start talking trash, I'll just point at the moon lamp and tell you to shut up, you little punk. In Mike Tyson's own words. You're a punk, you. Never mind Mike Tyson. I don't. I couldn't care less. My point is that I've put more money into XRP than practically anyone on Earth. Okay, I'll admit it, I just did. It's a huge gamble. For my own good, I made that choice. And the reason I did it was so that I wouldn't have to second-guess myself when XRP finally enters the price discovery market. At last, I don't have to worry about selling it for $10 or $20 or whatever to set a new record. I will have left far before that time. Yes, that is exactly what I intend to do. So, depending on your assets, maybe you do need to limit yourself to $20 or $30 if you want to make as much as I do. Also, I'm not suggesting you act in that way. There is no advice coming from me. I'm only pointing out that everyone has a unique XRP holding pattern and set of goals. I'm sure there are people in the audience right now who have far more XRP than I do, while my own estimations of my holdings remain high. Therefore, many exits are desired. What I mean is, I refuse to be lured into that trap. I simply cannot bring myself to comply. Similarly, I'm not one to sell in a panic. That's another area in which I excel. When the time comes for me to sell, it will be a novel experience. It's possible that I'll experience some anxiety at that time. Don't worry about a falling price, but I've never been in this position before. But even if I do get scared, I'm sure I can keep it under control. Second, if everyone on Twitter is urging you to make a purchase, it is already too late. That much is undeniably true. I'm going to elaborate on it in a moment. Third, in a series of meme coins, fashion is constantly evolving. Catch the next one if you have to miss this one. I remember thinking something along the lines of, oh, I just missed it when I was first getting my feet wet in the world of crypto. My alternate timeline is anywhere between 5 and 10 years earlier. Back in 2017 and early 2018, I had faint traces of that emotion. But good heavens, look at all the chances that have opened up in the half-decade or so that I've been working in crypto. There has been no scarcity of possibilities. So, you should not be too hard on yourself. You can't catch everything if you don't catch anything. But the point is, if you aren't a complete moron, just being exposed can lead to life-changing wealth. You know what I'm saying. Not only do I anticipate that the majority of retail speculators will not do well, but I also anticipate that retail speculators in equities will not fare well. If you've been listening carefully, you should now be well informed. And I believe that sums up a great majority of people who are genuinely listening right now. You'll be just fine. There is genuine possibility here. However, you should not punish yourself for passing up opportunities because of the fear of missing out FOMO. Investing following a price increase of 6,600%, like in the case of Petcoin. Look, I don't know what the future holds for this coin, but I have to wonder, in the year 2000, is it more probable that we'll be discussing the widespread acceptance of Petcoin or XRP? Is a more be the more likely option? Please share your thoughts with me. I'm merely throwing out the possibility that certain meme coins have a real-world existence. I guess that works. These are indeed turbulent times. Okay, so I'm not. I have my doubts about that happening. Maybe, if that occurs, it will be due in large part to the presence of communities centered on those coins. But will there actually be a coin with Pepe on it? Just a few of times on the channel, since I don't want to insult anyone with how silly I find all this meme coin nonsense to be. I won't tell you what to do if you've already spent money on something like that and you want to go do it and have fun with it. Not a problem. This makes sense to me. I can only speak for myself here. You're listening and I'm talking, or vice versa. Rather, when it comes to XRP and the cryptocurrency industry as a whole, our passions are closely aligned. That doesn't mean our interests will align on every single token. The Pepe and meme coin thing is entertaining if you're willing to take a calculated risk, so if that sounds like you, then by all means, dive in. I'm just sounding the alarm because a lot of folks, especially those who are just getting started with crypto, don't get it. If you hear about a coin after its value has increased by 6,600% and decide to invest at that point, the run is over. Therefore, it can be a bad choice unless you believe it will last for a very long time. The Daily Huddle has released its front page. Here's where the Shiba Inu and Dogecoin competitor Pepe is headed. After growing by more than 6,600% in a month. This is according to Sentiment. When it comes to chain analytics, they rock the house down. I love it so much. Sentiment, a blockchain analytics company, reports that the hype around the meme coin Pepe may be waning. Consider me astonished. Pepe, a cryptocurrency and Shiba Inu competitor, has seen its value drop 67% since its all-time high on May 5th, but Sentiment, a social dominance metric, predicts that it may see a smaller move to the upside in the near term. If the indicator drops by more than a few percentage points, it could mean that investors are losing interest. I can only assume Mr. Mouthbreather is currently wandering aimlessly, unsure of what to do. Oh, God. Oh, 1. Pepe coins for Eid Salwa. Money in Pepe coins. That's what will happen if I sink any lower. I guess it crosses my mind. I can only presume that there are many retail speculators in the market who enter at the peak. They probably sound like that, and that's what's going through their heads. This is merely conjecture on my part. I have no idea. I'm not suggesting you won't feel hurt or insulted if you apologize for jumping to conclusions. Let me explain. However, here is the sentiment citation. Only roughly 5% of the time is Pepe mentioned in comparison to the top 100 assets. A drop to the 1 to 2% area would be a positive indicator that traders are beginning to look elsewhere for price increases. End quote. Now, I'm not saying there is no chance of an increase. I mean, you've heard the tales of people going from the gutter to the penthouse, right? I'm just trying to put into perspective how crazy and life-altering this experience is. This is all from recollection. I could be wrong, but I don't think it ever went up by more than 1.5 million. I mentioned a guy who gained something like $1.7 million from doing a stupid thing, and I think that's about it. Okay, but how many people is that? I'm not saying it's impossible, but you'd need to be lucky, daring, and put in a lot of money for no good reason to make that kind of money. And the concept that you wouldn't sell too soon for it to be life-changing riches is, well, it's just a lot of ifs, you know. It's just not plausible. You should know that other people, including yourself, have won the lottery. However, are you planning to? That's why I stay away from the game. What does my elder brother call winning the lotto, anyway? It's the idiot tax, in his words. To my ears, that is about correct. Just kidding around, people. Let loose and have a good chuckle. Thank goodness I have some XRP on me. That's my zone of optimum happiness, man. This makes sense to me. That makes sense to me. When things are happening, it's exhilarating. My preferred cryptocurrencies, on the other hand, have largely trended downward or sideways recently. I guess that works. To me, this is the sweet spot of investment, since even with such a small sum of money, it is possible to build a fortune that will last a lifetime. It's something I believe in wholeheartedly, even though it's been at least a decade since its inception. Indeed, this is being used in the real world today. In addition, the number of developers creating applications that use the XRP ledger has increased over the past year. Such activity is unusual in this setting. My investment thesis takes all of that into account, and it is that utility is what ultimately matters and what will triumph. For the time being, I feel more at ease here. Sure, XRP has a huge market cap, but right now neither cryptocurrency nor XRP are worth nearly as much as they could be in the future. So I guess I'll simply hang out. I'm going to wait it out for now. In my opinion, everything will work out perfectly. I will always have more patience than the rest of humanity. That's what I plan to do. That sums up the situation rather adequately. No, I don't give out financial advice. Nothing I say or write should be used as a basis for making financial decisions. Please like and subscribe my channel. See you later, bye.